think we're probably pretty good to go. If he shows up, I'll let him into the meeting. So.
Okay, that sounds good. So at this point, I'll go ahead and call the meeting to order for the February 1st, 2022 Park Board. And Jeremy, can you do, or Shar on?
She is. I'm not sure if she'll be able to talk. We'll see if she can do that.
Okay. For the roll call. Okay, I can't unmute her, so.
Yeah.
It looks like she's unmuted now.
Yeah, I don't think hers is working, so I'll do the roll call.
Okay.
Ron Knickrum.
Here.
Jim Hollifield. Mary Nell Murphy.
Here.
Mike King.
I'm here.
Amanda Nebelung.
Here.
Aaron Lozano.
I'm here.
And Mary Fell.
Here.
Did I get everybody?
Yep, looks like it. Does anybody have any questions about the agenda? Or any additions or corrections? Hearing none, can I have a motion to accept the agenda as written?
So moved.
And a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Okay, any questions on the minutes from last month? Hearing none, can I have a motion to accept the minutes as written?
I'll move to accept minutes as written.
Okay, and a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Ayes have it. Financial reports.
So these balances are we don't have our the auditor doesn't have the financial system up yet that we can look at, but these balances are based on what was approved by the council when we did our budget hearings. So those are the balances we have. There's been one set of, there's Jim Hollifield, just a second.
Okay.
There's been one set of POs that have gone in, and you know, sometimes those pile up on us, obviously through the winter, because we're not able to use or do any purchases or you know, pay for anything through a couple months throughout the winter while they're changing over to the new system. But anyway, you've got the balances, and the expenditures should have been sent to you as well. So.
Hi, Jim. Can you unmute yourself, Jim, or does Jeremy have to do that?
Yeah, I got it. Sorry for being late, folks.
Oh, that's all right. Not a problem. We're basically just looking at the financial report.
Okay.
Any questions on that?
No.
Okay. Can I have a motion to accept the financial report as written? Okay, and a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor? All in favor?
Aye.
This is going to just take a little bit, so we'll just have a little bit of grace with each other. How's that sound?
Very good.
Yeah, okay. And we can have a little fun, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm thinking next month will be at least hybrid, where it won't be so cumbersome there. But.
That sounds good to me, too. Jeremy, do you want to go ahead and go through your reports?
Yeah, so we've had a lot going on, obviously, even though it's winter. A lot of snow fell this month, or you know, this past month. And we had a lot going on out at Bloom with the playground and the restroom. The maintenance staff is chugging along on that restroom on the interior now, because we were able to get everything buttoned up before the snows hit. Thanks to Ron again for helping with the concrete, busting some of that out before it got too cold to mess with it. But yeah, now they've got basically all the plumbing in. They're working on fixtures. They're working on the big question now is how we're gonna heat that restroom. We're trying to figure out economical way to heat it without having to put a whole house type unit in there. So we're looking at different options, talking to some HVAC people and trying to figure that out, but we'll get there.
You could always get a wood burner.
Right, and have somebody out there all the time.
Yeah, pay for that.
But yeah, Nikki's still doing a lot of in-school programming. Good use of her time this time of year. Laura's had a few programs here and there, but yeah, I mean, like you see on Nikki's report, she's gotten over this past month or 2 months, I think, over almost 300 participants in school and group programs. So that's a good winter she's working on here with getting people. So, and that's about it on that report.
Okay, very good. We'll go to the standing committee reports. Executive committee, as far as I know, does not have a report. Budget committee.
So we have two things on the list. So funding requests for the playground project, as Jeremy said, he's going to or has gone in front of the county council to continue the process for funding requests for doing some of those playground. And there was also back in December was the talk with the county council has decided to give employee raises to those full-time employees.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
Which was we're very thankful for. And they had already given our seasonals raises as well. So we're starting them now at $13 an hour, and we can go anywhere up to 15. So we're hoping that's going to be a big help. We're already starting to kind of put the word out there on Facebook and stuff that we're going to have a couple openings. So if anybody knows anybody that's looking for a job for the summer, I want to get them lined up early so we're not struggling to find them.
Right. A lot of competition out there with them.
Yeah, and we actually lost the guy that was at Creek Ridge. I think I sent you all an email about Bill. He passed away just out of the blue. Boyd had been talking to him. So yeah, he was planning on coming back as far as I know, and I don't know what happened, but so we're down probably three out of the four seasonal employees for the parks. So
okay. Personnel committee.
Other than Aaron and I completed with your help Jeremy's evaluation in December. So thank you for all your input.
Very good. Property committee.
I guess I should, that Seabrook property update should have been up there under property instead of planning. And I'm going before the commissioners tomorrow to try to get basically their blessing to move forward with trying to make Seabird a new property or a new, accept that as a donation and make that into a new park. Again, this, as we've talked about before, and I've talked about to just about everybody I talked to about this property, it's going to be a very low cost, low maintenance type property. It's a woods with a dirt trail and a small parking area, but it's going to be a really, really amazing property and type woods that you don't see around here. It's what they call a boreal forest relic. It has paper birch. It has one type of plant that was not even known to be existing in Indiana anymore. Wintergreen, different little plants that you don't even know. So it'll be a property that the nature lover will really, really enjoy. And I think it'll be and it's in a location where the county parks don't have much of a presence. So I think this is going to be a really, really good addition.
I was very happy to be able to walk through that with you, Jeremy. And yeah, it's a stellar property, and like a podium and ground cedar and things like that. Exciting, and quite a variety of terrain and environments in that fairly small area. So very exciting project. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks.
Okay, and the planning committee.
I'll touch on that. So Mary kind of talked about that. I've sent Mary Nell and Amanda some of our initial renderings for the playgrounds at Creek Ridge and Red Mill. The county council did approve $200,000 to get us going on this project. Working on a healthcare foundation grant to hopefully add to that. And I also talked to the Cool Spring Township trustee today, actually, and she's going to talk to her board next week and see if they can help us out with some money there for some projects as well. I also talked to 2 other playground vendors that are going to probably, that are going to get me some more ideas and concepts and things like that, so that we're not just stuck to one vendor. Obviously, we want to see what we can come up with and afford and make those as nice as we can. What I say about this too is we do this with these playgrounds every maybe 20 to 30 years, so we want to do it right. Let's not do go cheap and not do as good a job as we can on it. We'll try to get as much money as we can from all over and make these really special and make those kids want to come back. So.
Okay, very good. Rules Committee, anything from Rules? No. Okay.
No,
Okay. Old business, the park awards. So Jeremy, do you have those there?
Yeah, so we're going to push that off till, if that's okay, if we can push that off till the next
meeting.
Next meeting. Yep.
Okay. That sounds good to me. I like.
Hopefully we'll be in person and we can invite those people to come and actually give them their plaques and posters and that kind of stuff. So.
Okay. Very good. You want to go ahead and touch on the master plan?
Did you skip over old business?
That was under old business. Oh no, that's new business.
Yeah.
Else in old business?
I had a reorganization of the park board committees under there is what it was.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I do have that.
Okay.
Went to the other page, so.
And there you go.
Okay.
So I think, I don't know that, I was thinking that we had talked about this last meeting that Mike King was hoping to maybe move around and be on the rules committee instead of the, let's see, what else was budget? Is that right, Mike?
Yes, sir. It was the budget committee.
Yeah. And so I don't think there's any problem with doing that. So is there maybe somebody on the
either Aaron or Amanda?
Yeah, Aaron or Amanda willing to move over to the budget and let Mike on to the rules committee. Maybe that would be the.
Yeah, that's fine with me. I told him before, I have no problem with that.
Yeah, we talked about that at the end of last meeting.
Yeah.
No worries. My only thing was, I asked last time, I'm trying to look at this. If I'm on, what did you say? You put me on budget?
Budget.
If Mary and I are on the same, can we both be on the same, she and I are budget, she and I are personnel? Is that going to be a problem?
I don't think so.
Then I absolutely think it's not a big deal. And if Mike has an expertise in a certain area, I say we utilize Mike.
I would agree. So do we need to have a motion for that?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. So can I have a motion to change the configuration of the standing committees so that the budget committee will be Aaron and Mary, and the rules committee would be Amanda and Mike?
So moved.
Okay, can I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. So that's all reorganized, and now we get to go to new business.
Thank you very much, by the way. Thank you.
Well, no problem. Okay, new business, the 23 to 27 master plan.
So you should have a copy of the proposal from Sitescapes. Okay, Pat Brown has done these master plans for us for many years, longer than I think just about any of us have been at this park department. He's been doing, these for other parks as well, not just us, but he's been doing it for a long, long time, and that is the proposal. What he wanted me to bring up was that, if we accept this meeting, the first public input meeting would be in March. We would start a Survey Monkey in April to get feedback from the community and suggestions and things that to put into the master plan. And we would have 2 official public meetings, and then input at each board meeting as well. So these are just things he wanted me to bring up. So basically, these for Mike and I don't know, there's a couple of you that haven't been on since we've done a master plan, but basically this master plan allows us to apply for the state DNR grants and a couple different grants. So we get this master plan done, we put projects in there, and then we can get matching monies to do certain things. So if we get it done, say in 2023, maybe some of the projects that we submitted for in that we can apply for their grant and get them done in the next 5 years. So if you guys are okay with Sitescapes, this would probably be the last one he does because he's kind of semi-retired at this point. So, that would get us through another 5 years, and then we'd be probably looking for somebody to work with that would have to learn our whole parks department over again. So.
And he's done a very good job in the past. Yeah. He's walked us through it and given us lots of information. I don't know if you have access to any of the master plans from previous, but they are very thorough. Pat Brown is just great at what he does. So he's a good asset. We'll hate to see it if we can't have him for the next time, but yeah. Any questions about the master plan? No. Can I have a motion to accept the proposal for the master plan from Sitescapes? Yeah, can I have a motion?
So moved. This is Mary Nell.
Okay, and then can I have a second?
Mike King, I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Very good. Non-reverting fund accounts, Jeremy?
I'm sorry, before we move on, Mike Rosen, did I see, were you wanting to ask a question? Or are you just sick?
Add a few comments, if I might. It's about the master plan. I just wanted to tell everybody that the city of LaPorte did something very similar a couple of years ago. They were very successful in getting grants, and if it might be good to take a worthwhile look at some of the things that they have done and whether or not you want to incorporate any of it in your new master plan. And I just wanted to point that out because they're successful in getting money, especially out of the Healthcare Foundation.
Right.
Yeah, I actually meet with Mark. Actually, last week we had lunch and we talked about all of those all the time about what they're going for with the Healthcare Foundation, what we're going for, and we definitely work together a lot. But Mike, thank you. I'll definitely check with him and see if I can get a copy of his master plan throughout this process so we can kind of see what they got going on too.
Thank you for
Mike.
Okay, very good.
So yeah, on to those resolutions there. So these are both just items that basically, the first one you see there's a balance of $248,544.81 that was donated to us from the Healthcare Foundation to complete that playground, right? So with the auditing that goes on at the end of the year, we have to basically carry over those funds. We have to get a board approval to carry over those funds. So I would need an approval for Ron and Jim to sign this resolution, and I'll get it to the auditor, and they should be able to just carry those funds over till 2022 so we can pay for that playground.
That's always a good idea. Do we need to vote on that then?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll vote on it, and then Jim and I can sign, and then we'll be all set.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I have a motion to approve the fund transfer for the Healthcare Foundation grant for the playground at Bloom?
So moved.
Okay, and can I have a second?
Is a second, Mary Nell seconding.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. And then the next is the rental.
Yeah, so the second one is $15,099.15. And what that is those are funds that were collected in 2021 for rentals, but they were actually for 2022 rentals. So those are all funds that we collected for 2022. So we always like to keep at least that amount in our fund, that we can utilize in 2022. And if we have cancellations or refunds or whatever, we have that money available to give back. So that's what that money's about.
Okay, can I have a motion to transfer the funds for the collected rentals in 2022?
I'll move.
And can I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Okay. Any public comment? Mike? Oh, you did make some comments, and those were greatly appreciated, by the way.
I want to also just share with you that the current council is very happy to fund programs for the Park and Rec. This is the friendliest in 3 years I've been on there, now going on my fourth, that it has been towards Park and Rec. And certainly want to encourage you to just keep asking away and seeking funds, and they'll be happy to give you that match. And try and keep, it's my suggestion, and to keep whatever foundation money you have, leave that in reserve and come to the county right now. Because ARP money, and the commissioners can tell us how, all these millions and millions of projects that they want, but we get to choose to fund, and you are higher on the list than many of the projects.
Very good. That's good to hear.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I would definitely say thank you, Mike. And I do notice that in the 7 years I've been here, it's been very, I'm very appreciative of how agreeable this council is to helping us out. And we, we need it. And the key will be just trying to make sure we have enough people to oversee everything we ask for, and we'll keep asking. But I do have some other things.
To $15, if that's going to do it, the way people are fighting for employees right now, I don't know if we're going to have to adjust it later on, but I will tell you it sent a big, by doing that in the fall, really created some us with full-time employees. And the best thing that ever happened is that we give EMS that they have been asking for, so we can start getting people back. On a separate note, sorry. If that is not working, you may have to go what they call independent contractor route, which is what some other departments have used to give out people higher money. And so we can discuss that as we get closer to and as you need it. But there are other options. They're not popular, but there are options. Okay?
Very good.
Thank you, Mike.
Any board or staff comments? Okay. Hearing none, can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
so moved.
And a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Okay. We'll see you guys next month.
Yeah, so March 1st, and I hope we can have it here. I mean, we can spread out. We can do everything like we've been doing. And right now they approved, the commissioners that said we can go back to hybrid, so that I'm assuming we're going to be able to be back at it. So
They were when she first at the beginning of the year. They're less than half. They almost got one third with. So okay. Again,
Very good.
thanks everybody.
Have a good one.
Stay safe.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
The blizzard. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.